almost 78, 70, 80, when I go to meet them and I ask them that I am for their support and vote. And what they used to tell me is that we are all with you. But the only thing we want from you is, we expect from you is that you just throw all the old bunch of leaders out from their positions. It's not the young people who are suggesting this. These are these are the old people. Basically, most of them are above the age of 75, and they are just so much fed up of this old generation of leaders. And this is the first time I'm having this kind of income. Previously, I used to want to work with the young people. I thought that this is the only, the voice of young people, so that they want change in guard. But now I have realized that it's not only the voice of young people, younger generation. It's also a voice of the older generation as well. They have also, there's a very strong feeling that time has come to have a change in guard.
So I'm sure you've been asked these questions so many times and you've answered this question, but again, it's never inappropriate to ask this question. Why are you in politics?
I would like to be very honest while answering this question. When I first joined the 1990 movement, I was just 13 at the time. And I hadn't come from any political family. That wasn't anything planned. So that was more for a fun. I still remember that. My father used to get into long discussions with my family members about democracy, about Nepali Congress. So I had that impression. But that was not, the dominant factor. The dominant factor was I joined the 1990 movement more for fun. And I think I had a kind of, I enjoyed that. So after that, when I went into college and then I joined Nepal Student Union, even at the very beginning, I was not prepared to continue student politics or to continue to work in any political party. It just happened. When I first got elected as a student member, union member in the Fresh Student Union of Trichinda campus, then I realized that this is the area where I really want to work. Then I realized that this is the area if I can work, then this is the place from where I can make a bigger difference. So I think that was a reason that I wanted to bring a bigger difference in society or whatever I was doing. So I thought that politics is quite a good platform to bring changes in society, to bring changes in whatever area where we work. So that is how I started.
You are contesting the Constituent Assembly election this time from the Kathmandu Constitution number 4 under the first past the post election system. Why you think that the voters here should vote for you?
This election is for Constituent Assembly. So Nepal is going for a second election as we failed to deliver constitution, as we failed to promulgate constitution from the very first Constituent Assembly election. And as far as I understand, Nepal will be the only country in the whole of the world if we succeed in writing constitution from the second Constituent Assembly. That means that we are just in a heap of challenges. Conducting election is itself a challenge. And I think that the real challenge starts from once we finish the election and once we have this Constituent Assembly. So the first thing is that as I will be representing the whole of the constituency in the Constituent Assembly, and the Constituent Assembly is facing that whole lot of challenges, and it has to deliver constitution within a year of time. So I think my presence in the Constituent Assembly will help for the success of Constituent Assembly, and I can assure voters in this regard. I'm assuring the voters on the ground of the work I have done in previous Constituent Assembly, the approach I took in while I'm working in the previous Constituent Assembly. And second is I will not only be representing the constituency as a member of Constituent Assembly, but I will also be a member of Parliament. So I have come out with very clear proposals in my appeal, and I'm also working on my own manifesto for this constituency. So my second point is that the way the Parliament has worked in the last 4 years, the way the government worked, that is the major reason why people are so much frustrated, why people are so disappointed with all this, whatever is happening around us. So, I mean, my second point would be, I want to change this. I want to change the way of, how the Parliament works here, the way how the government works here, and based on the experience which I have gathered in the last 4 years, and the best in my own experience, as I tried to change several things, but I failed in several attempts, as I tried in the very personal capacity. I failed to form a group. I think based on my experience, based on the experience of the whole of the country, I will try to change I will try to change the working of Parliament. I will try to change the working of the government. Basically, I want to try the change of the way how politics works in the world. So I think that is one reason, one another reason.
Okay. In a nutshell, please tell me how different would be the November 19 election and the second Constituent Assembly from the previous ones?
I think two different areas. One is at the time that though the election was meant for Constituent Assembly and Parliament, but the parties were only focused on Constituent Assembly. But this time, as you see the manifesto of different political parties, I think I have found that all the major political parties have made it very clear that we will deliver the constitution within a year of time,